If you're a heating and air conditioning technician or a salesperson, what does self-care have to do with your sales process, and why does this matter? I'm Scott Sylvan Bell, coming to you live for HVAC Technician Sales Secrets on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about you from Bodega Bay. So here's the thing. My answer may not be your answer, and your answer may not be my answer. I'm going to give you my example. You modify it to fit your needs. So once a month, I drive from Sacramento to the Bay Area. It typically takes me about 2.5 hours. And what I do is I go to the beach and I grab a journal. I think I paid like $2 for this thing. And I just sit down and I write. There's no wrong answer. There's no right answer. I just write whatever I'm thinking, whatever comes to my mind. And today I came up with a couple of rules for my life for things that I need to change. Don't really necessarily have to know what they are, but this is just something that I do. So I go to the ocean. I work on my whatever's in my mind, got to get it on some paper, take a look at my goals and say, hey, am I on track? Do I need to make some modifications? Do I need to make some massive plans of attack? Do I have to get somebody else engaged? And then I meditate. And you're like, hey, Scott, what does it have to do with me? And I'm going to say everything. This is why you should join HVACTechSecrets.com. I'll give you the goods, not in the Facebook group, not in the YouTube channel. The reason I bring this up is in your position, in your role, in your capacity, there's mental fatigue. And there's time where you need to take time for yourself. And you may say, hey, Scott, like, well, I can't drive 2.5 hours one way. I've got a family, you know, I can't just go sit on the beach without them. My challenge would be for you, okay, can you find somewhere, a park near your house that's like, can you sit down for 10 or 15 minutes? Can you get 10 to 15 minutes for yourself just to clear your mind? Maybe half an hour. And see what you could do to just write and jot down some notes, look at your goals. Maybe you have a significant other. Maybe you can sit with that person and say, hey, look, here's where I'm at. Here's our goals for the month. Here's what I've got to do. Here's the way that I got to prepare. And this is what I got to do. So this is the way that I work this. Once again, my rule may not be your rule, and that's okay. So what you do is you grab your calendar and 7 days before the new month starts, this is when you do it. So like the third and a half week is when you start taking a look at your goals. Like I look at my goals every day. I listen to them. I actually recorded them at Haleiwa when I was out on Oahu last, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. So I listen to my goals every day. Every day I've got my goals playing in the background. If I'm driving, I'm listening to my goals first thing in the morning. If I'm preparing for a meeting, I'm listening to my goals first thing in the morning, right? So it's not like I just, oh, okay, you know, my goals are done. They're all taken care of. But I literally schedule time in my calendar. Now, I would highly encourage you to do something similar, you know, to come up with your own routine. You may say, hey, Scott, well, I'm going to do it on the 1st of every month. Fantastic. Scott, I'm going to do it on the 30th of every month. Fantastic, right? Once again, my way may not be your way, but try to find a place of solitude. Today is really windy, right? Like I can't, I got you video. I went to the beach. I got you video. The sun's about to set out here. All right, so I got my tripod, my water, and my notebook, and I want to show you today's view. It's a little windy today, but that's okay. Pretty darn good solitude. But I got you some video of the beach of where I was, and there was like 3 people on a beach half a mile each direction. It's like the perfect thing for me. Once again, you may be like, Scott, I hate the ocean. I love the desert. Fantastic. Hey, Scott, I hate the ocean. I love the mountains. Fantastic. Hey, Scott, I really don't like the ocean. I love the river. Okay, cool. It may be a favorite place for a religious property. It may be, you know, somewhere in your home. I just picked the ocean because that's like the thing that sets me free, right? Like the sound, the smell, the light, like all of it's my favorite thing. But I would encourage you, grab a journal, look in that journal, write in that journal, and, you know, transfer it. So like I just got done typing up my notes for today. I put them up in the cloud. So if I lose this book, I have those notes forever, right? So you got one thing to do from here, just one thing. Actually, you got 2 things to do. Get a journal and start your journal. Like when you're out this week, go pick up a book, a journal. You could go to the dollar store and these things for legit, they're like $1, right? So if you're like, hey, Scott, I'm strapped for cash. See what you could do to cash in some cans, some bottles, and get a journal that you could write in at least every week and track your progress for where you're going. Now, you only got one thing to do from here. Find the subscribe button, click on it, and every time I send out a video, you'll get an update that says HVAC Technician Sales Secrets and another fantastic video. You should check it out, which you should. We'll see you soon.